Welcome back. You're still tuned into Midcap Radar, and what a move on the markets. The Nifty is now sitting with gains of 314 points at the day's high. There's no stopping the bulls today, and Bank Nifty is really leading the rally. So that one is up 1,000 points as we speak, almost 1,100 on that one. And the mid-cap side of things, so there's some more buying in the mid-cap index. 3:1 is the ratio as far as the advanced decline is concerned, and all across the board there is some green on the screen. So this takes us to our special segment, Mid-Cap Spotlight. Rima, you're focusing on Tejas Networks today. What happened here?
Well, it's a fresh 52-week high on the stock. It's up 63% so far this year. Earlier, there were news reports. It was reported in Economic Times that TCS and Tejas Networks will be driving 4G services for BSNL, and this was going to be a very large $2 billion deal. That's 16,000 crore rupees. And Tejas Networks will be providing the telecom equipment for BSNL's 4G foray. So that's one set of news. Separately, on the Bombay Stock Exchange, there was another news that Sankhya Labs, which is, helped the company expand its semiconductor 5G equipment foray. The Tejas Networks had about a 64% stake in Sankhya Labs. That they have increased to 100%, and with that, it now gets merged. Sankhya Labs, where the company had a 64% stake, will now be 100%, and it gets merged in Tejas Networks. So commensurate, there will be that increase in the profitability as well once the minority interest is taken out. But what's interesting is that the Q1 numbers were very weak for the company. They reported a loss of 6.3 crore. At the EBITDA level as well, there was a loss. And after the weak Q1 numbers, the stock is up 43%. Okay, so we were just trying to understand, that what could be driving that after a weak set where at the EBITDA level you make a, the decline, there is a loss. What's driving this 43% up move? One, the cash in the books is nearly 1,739 crores. This is after the Tata Group's invested money in, Tejas Networks. So 1,739 is the cash in the books. The company said that even after a Q1, they're confident about significant growth this year versus the last year. And in the conference call, they also said that there were the words used were a few large multi-100 crore tenders, which were expected to close in Q1 but have gotten pushed forward to Q2 because of some date signing issues. So it just got spilled into Q2, which basically means Q2 should be a pretty good quarter in terms of order wins. And then it's a Tata Group company, and that in itself adds its premium because the Tata Group holds about a 51% stake in Tejas Networks, and the company said that they plan to use the Tata ecosystem to get into the international markets by expanding into new geographies and getting new accounts as well. So they are planning to leverage on the Tata Group ecosystem. And finally, tomorrow Prime Minister Modi will be unveiling 5G. And Tejas Networks can be a direct play on 5G because a lot of their products that they have will cater to 5G. So as the capex picks up across the board from operators and other solution providers, Tejas Networks will be a beneficiary. So there is that sentiment boost as well, which is coming through ahead of the announcement.
So that explains the 42% move after a weak set of numbers. Rima, thank you so much for making sense of what's happening in this particular counter. Is at a 52-week high today as well. And with that, we'll take your leave on this edition of Midcap Radar, your stocks when we return.